In the crucible of metaphysics, biblical understanding is not merely enhanced, it is illuminated with the light of profound revelation. Sophia Rivers. Imagine opening up secrets hidden within the pages of the Bible, secrets that elevate your spiritual journey to new heights. This is the power of metaphysics, a key that has the potential to open deeper dimensions of biblical understanding and transform your connection with the sacred texts. Metaphysics, often seen as a complex philosophical field, is essentially about exploring the fundamental nature of reality. In the context of spiritual and theological studies, it bridges the gap between the physical texts of the Bible and the transcendent truths they aim to convey. Through metaphysics, we gain tools not just to read, but to experience the Bible in ways that are profound and personally transformative. Today, we're diving into how this ancient wisdom can illuminate the scriptures, making them more accessible and alive for everyone, regardless of your theological background. Whether you're a scholar, a spiritual seeker, or somewhere in between, metaphysics offers a fresh lens through which to view the timeless teachings of the Bible. Join us as we explore this exciting intersection of faith and philosophy and discover how it can enrich your spiritual life. Metaphysics might sound like a lofty term reserved for philosophers and scholars, but at its core, it's really about the big questions that stir our souls. What is real? What exists beyond the physical world we can see and touch? This field of study doesn't just grapple with abstract theories. It seeks to uncover the underlying principles that govern the universe, principles that can offer us profound insights into the texts we hold sacred. Historically, metaphysics has played a crucial role in shaping theological thought. Great thinkers and theologians have turned to metaphysical concepts to better understand the divine, exploring how God interacts with the world and how spiritual truths can be expressed in human terms. These explorations have not only enriched philosophical discourse, but have also deeply influenced how we interpret religious texts. By delving into metaphysics, we connect with a rich tradition that challenges us to see beyond the surface and explore the deeper meanings of the Bible. This journey through metaphysics opens up new pathways to understanding, allowing us to see the sacred texts with fresh eyes and a renewed spirit. Metaphysics and the Bible intertwine beautifully, offering us tools to look deeper into the sacred scriptures. By applying metaphysical concepts, we can open up new layers of meaning in biblical texts that might otherwise remain hidden. This is not about changing the texts, but about enriching our understanding of them, bringing to light the profound spiritual truths they contain. Consider the concept of being and existence, central themes in metaphysics. When we read about God's declaration, "I am who I am," in Exodus, metaphysics invites us to ponder the nature of divine existence. What does it mean for God to simply be, uncaused, and absolute? This exploration can transform our reading of the Bible from a historical or literary perspective to a deeply philosophical inquiry into the nature of divinity and existence itself. Another metaphysical theme prevalent in the Bible is the notion of change and eternity. Scriptures speak of God as unchanging, a constant in a world of flux. Metaphysics helps us to comprehend how something or someone can be eternally constant, and what this constancy means for our understanding of the universe and our place within it. By integrating metaphysical perspectives into biblical interpretation, we open ourselves to a more profound appreciation of the Bible's messages. It becomes a dynamic interplay between what is seen and unseen, between the eternal truths and our temporal experiences. This approach does not merely add depth to our spiritual studies. It revolutionizes how we perceive the world through the lens of faith. When we explore the compatibility of metaphysics with traditional biblical interpretations, we tap into a rich dialogue between past wisdom and contemporary understanding. This conversation isn't new. It's been a vital part of theological scholarship for centuries, illuminating how we think about divine revelation. Prominent theologians and scholars have long debated and discussed the merits of integrating metaphysical principles with biblical theology. St. Augustine, for instance, used metaphysical ideas to articulate the nature of God and His creation, profoundly influencing Christian thought. His insights show us that metaphysics can coexist harmoniously with theological principles, enriching our grasp of Scripture without detracting from its sacredness. In more modern times, scholars like Thomas Aquinas have continued this tradition, using metaphysical concepts to clarify and support theological doctrines such as the immutability of God and the nature of Jesus' incarnation. These discussions demonstrate that metaphysics doesn't compete with theological interpretations. Rather, it provides a framework that can help clarify and support biblical truths. The ongoing engagement between metaphysics and theology invites us to think deeply about our beliefs, encouraging a thoughtful and rigorous exploration of what we hold sacred. This approach doesn't dilute our theological convictions, but strengthens them, offering a robust platform for faith to engage with reason in a meaningful way. By understanding this integration, we find ourselves equipped with tools to approach the Bible with both reverence and intellectual curiosity, ensuring our interpretations are as profound as they are faithful. Diving into the Bible with metaphysical techniques can open up a world of clarity and depth that transforms our reading experience. These methods don't require specialized knowledge or advanced degrees. Rather, they invite us to use fundamental principles to deepen our understanding of Scripture. One simple yet powerful technique is the exploration of causality, understanding the cause and effect within biblical narratives. For instance, when analyzing the miracles of Jesus, a metaphysical approach would ask us to consider not just the physical actions, but the underlying principles of cause and effect. What does turning water into wine at Cana teach us about the nature of divine intervention and transformation in our own lives? Another technique involves the concept of potentiality and actuality, key themes in metaphysics. By applying these ideas to the creation story in Genesis, we can explore how God brought the universe from potentiality to actuality. This approach allows us to see the creation story not just as a historical account, but as a revelation of God's ongoing relationship with the world, constantly bringing forth potential into reality. Using these metaphysical techniques helps simplify complex biblical passages by focusing on their deeper philosophical implications. They guide us in reflecting on how these ancient texts are relevant to our contemporary lives, encouraging us to apply their timeless wisdom to our everyday experiences. As we apply these simple techniques, the scriptures begin to reveal layers of meaning that were once hidden, offering fresh insights and a richer spiritual understanding. As we start on a journey of metaphysical study, it's important to set realistic expectations for deepening our biblical understanding. The timeline for seeing results can vary, but many find that even a basic engagement with metaphysical techniques begins to illuminate the scriptures in new ways within just a few weeks of study. Over time, as these methods become more familiar, the depth and richness of the Bible's teachings continue to unfold in increasingly profound layers. Historical examples abound of theologians and scholars who have employed metaphysical principles with great success. St. Thomas Aquinas, for instance, integrated Aristotelian metaphysics into his biblical interpretations, which led to insights that have influenced Christian thought for centuries. His ability to merge philosophical rigor with theological depth shows how effectively metaphysical study can deepen our understanding of divine truths. In more recent times, contemporary theologians and everyday believers share testimonials about how metaphysical perspectives have enriched their scriptural studies. Many report a renewed sense of connection with the text and an enhanced ability to apply its lessons to their lives. They find that metaphysics not only deepens their understanding, but also invigorates their faith, making the ancient texts of the Bible alive and relevant in the modern world. By setting out on this metaphysical path, we join a long tradition of thinkers who have found in these philosophical tools a powerful ally in the quest for a deeper, more meaningful engagement with the Bible. As we apply these techniques, we can expect to see a gradual but unmistakable transformation in our comprehension and appreciation of Scripture. The beauty of metaphysical techniques in biblical interpretation is their universal accessibility. Whether you're a novice just starting your spiritual journey or an advanced scholar with years of theological study, these methods offer valuable insights at every level. For beginners, metaphysics can provide a fresh perspective, helping to see the familiar stories of the Bible through a new lens that reveals deeper meanings and connections. Advanced scholars will find that these techniques allow for a more nuanced analysis, bringing to light subtleties and complexities in the texts that might otherwise remain obscured. Understandably, metaphysics might seem daunting at first glance. The term itself suggests a steep learning curve, potentially filled with abstract concepts. However, the application of metaphysical techniques to biblical studies does not require you to master every detail of philosophical thought. Instead, it's about applying a few key principles to deepen your understanding of the Scriptures. This approach can be as simple as asking, "What is the essence of God as depicted here?" Or, "What deeper reality is this miracle pointing to? As you become more comfortable with these questions, the initial challenge of metaphysics becomes a rewarding exploration that continually enhances your scriptural engagement. With each step on this path, the Bible opens up in new and exciting ways, proving that these age-old metaphysical approaches are not only accessible, but also deeply enriching for anyone eager to explore the depths of their faith. Integrating metaphysics with biblical studies offers a unique suite of benefits that enhance both personal and communal understanding of Scripture. This approach transcends traditional methods by providing a deeper, more holistic view of the Bible's teachings. Metaphysics encourages us to consider not just the literal meanings of the texts, but also the underlying spiritual realities they signify. This can lead to a more profound appreciation of passages that might seem confusing or contradictory at a surface level. One of the key advantages is the ability to bridge the gap between ancient texts and contemporary issues. Metaphysics helps us apply biblical principles to modern life challenges, making the wisdom of the Bible relevant to today's world. For instance, metaphysical analysis of creation stories can offer insights into our relationship with the environment, encouraging stewardship and care for the world around us. On a personal level, this integration deepens one's spiritual life by fostering a reflective and meditative approach to Scripture. It encourages believers to think deeply about their faith and the divine nature, which can lead to stronger, more resilient spiritual convictions. Communal studies, enhanced by metaphysical insights, can also lead to richer discussions and a more inclusive understanding of different interpretations, strengthening the bonds within faith communities. By opening ourselves to the integration of metaphysics and biblical studies, we not only gain a deeper understanding of the Scriptures, but also empower ourselves and our communities to navigate the complexities of faith with wisdom and insight. This approach does more than interpret texts. It transforms lives by connecting deeper truths with everyday existence. While we look deeper into the realm of metaphysics to enrich our understanding of biblical teachings, we unveil layers of profound insights that transcend conventional interpretations. By bridging the gap between the spiritual and the philosophical, we not only decipher ancient texts, but also cultivate a profound connection with timeless truths. Let us start on this journey together, inviting contemplation and discourse as we seek to enhance our understanding of the Bible through the lens of metaphysics. Share your thoughts and reflections on this transformative exploration in the comments below.